Guys, I'm deaf.
Alright, well, this is becoming weird and complicated for no reason, and I don't like that.
A lot of these code, the code for the new class apparently is not in-game. You get it from somewhere else. So I don't know where else, so I guess I'll just enter it in now, huh?
I guess so.
New class, yeah, it sounds like a cute class.
Which one?
Dancer.
Oh. It's a bad class to do in 4-Job Fiesta, unless you really know what you're doing.
Maybe. I need to try that again sometime, but I can't until next year.
I mean, hypothetically, you can play the game whenever you damn well please.
No, the game only exists in the summer.
The mission only exists in the summer. Oh, the delay. I was like, that's not what I'm seeing on the screen, that's because I'm looking at that instead.
Alright, apparently a lot of people have a lot of trouble entering these in for some reason.
Goblin? How romantic.
I know, Goblin's Meteor. Apparently on the website listed it as just Goblin Meteor, and no one could get to work because they said it wrong. Kudos to whoever figured this out.
You forgot about that?
Meteor. Oh, you're a natural. Koopa. Koopa. I do like that they put the emphasis on the po.
Yeah. Koopa.
Koopa is not quite as good, but it's still okay.
Here you go, Chocobo. Take this romantic gift.
You got Goblin Meteor. Should we even bother getting the cards?
Go to a page so I can tell what the audio is.
Nobody can
A page?
find the romance. Koopa.
What do you mean?
Visit me again anytime. Koopa.
Because somehow all the audio things got merged into Mic Auxiliary. Like, it's been like that for a long time.
What do you want me to do?
Nothing now. I tested already. But like, yeah, all the other devices now are merged into one, which means that I can either turn absolutely everything up or everything absolutely down.
Technology. Is this a problem?
It can be.
But it's not always.
Basically, the biggest problem with it is that means that if we're louder than the game, we can't fix that.
Not yet. Unicorn's Gale! I mean, I guess it's a little
That sounds
romantic.
more romantic.
More romantic than Goblin's Meteor. Alright, I'll use it, but Balk isn't really has nothing to do with romance or Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it's not even a thing that they say.
Chocobos have associated sounds.
They have wark and
queh.
queth for some reason.
Unicorn, Gale Strike. Balk that's a chicken, allegedly a chicken sound.
No, that sounds pretty much like what a chicken sounds like.
Well, Chocobo is not chicken, even if it is a land-based bird.
Now we're gonna see what rejection sounds like.
All that romantic, Koopa? Oh, Chocobo. I'm disappointed in you, Koopa.
Look, you made her disappointed, Dark.
Mog is disappointed in you, Dark.
Find new romance. Come see me again here at my hidey hole.
Alright, well,
Hidey hole is one of my favorite statements. I like it.
I hate having to keep going to the apostrophe. This is a weird code. I like how they have this.
What
did you do?
I was trying to test, and I was trying to type AAA. I accidentally typed ass.
Test ass.
Cactuars 1000 plus.
That is so romantic. What does it mean? Do you want me to enter in the card codes?
Yeah.
What?
Why not?
Oh, because we might not ever use them. But we also might. And if we do, it'll give us a huge edge, I imagine, having all these cards. Because I imagine that promo cards could be either worthless or just completely overpowered.
Chocobo. Yes, Cactuars 1000 plus is romantic. Bach is not. Bach has nothing to do with Final Fantasy.
No, it's not even a bird thing. It's, most birds don't balk.
Yeah.
Chocobos don't.
Yeah, in
they
fact,
make weird
most
chirpy noises and they go bark and quack.
like sparrows go.
Right, balk is mostly a chicken thing, and this is not a chicken. It has some similarities, but it is not.
It has just as many similarities to emus.
I mean, Dragon Magazine called it a cross between an ostrich and a very athletic chicken.
I mean, there are pretty athletic chickens out there.
Hey, no apostrophes. This should be a Bahamut card. Probably. I mean, I guess King of Dragons isn't unromantic. Beef. It's not just parts of vegetables.
Is that the only thing?
Oh, I mean, it's
I hate
true.
it when those happen.
Oh, dang it. I need to still botanic the Pokedex. That sounds like a horrendous amount of work. You do it.
No.
Oh, one must never approach an otter. This is partly due to their general attitude, which is barbaric. They will eat fish in front of you, then escape before you can claim any fish. Clearly otters belong in the Smithsonian and nowhere else. Otters.
Oh man, we're close to the end.
Penguins are the product of penguins.
Yes. Wood, trees, and paper.
Chemicals. Slow.
This is about the only one left that looks like it could be interesting, and it's the opening address to a TED Talk.
Bahamut. Terraflare.
That sounds pretty skronk.
It's rarity 2.
Don't interrupt her. She's cute. English is a public
This
humiliation.
is a Dragon Quest thing.
English is a public humiliation. With all of those books and so many other words, we are always saying appalling things to get famous. This is what happens when you put a human being in the world. The hum of all of the people in love with their grandchildren.
I don't know what a TED Talks is.
Technology, education, design, I think.
Yggdrasil Dew, formerly known as World Dew, which I guess was actually short for World Tree Dew, presumably.
But did you hear me? It's a series of like inspiration and technology lectures.
I want to dress up as Dungeon Hero X. I want Dungeon Hero to be a class.
Maybe it is.
It's not.
Well, maybe it is.
Odin Zantetsuken Plus. Oh, that sounds... Wait, why is that from Yggdrasil Dew?
Why
Oh,
not?
because Odin. Got ice.
Wutan.
What? That's a weird phrase. Romance is complicated.
You should try asking out a date with all of these. Alright. Ever since the 1990s, when the internet was a very small book with buttons, about the size of a coconut, we were thinking of robots. Robots that can tell stories about animals swimming through media industries. Robots that are designed to get published online. Robots that are on fire and in love.
Feline Fairy!
Did you hear me?
Robots that are on fire and in love. I guess felines and fairies could both be considered romantic, but...
Now we are going to take over and Now we are going to take over, and it will be really inconvenient.
Here you go, Chocobo. Take this romantic gift.
This is the dawn of a new era in speech.
Kaishi, Battle Trumpet Plus.
Nobody can stop the romance. Come visit me again anytime.
So it's very Japanese.
Kupo?
Romance heroes.
Those only exist in Japan.
Botnik is a bleeding-edge robotics and inference machine. We're creating New Yorker-style prattle with database consciousness. We're creating future for all kinds of characters.
Omega Insignia!
Like a bird that can't leave the garden.
We're going to be hearing a lot of this.
Wait there, Kupo. I have something just for you. Deep inside this hidey hole. Kupo.
It's like Maury. I like listening to Maury every time.
It's always the exact same quote.
Here you go, Chocobo. Take this romantic gift. Kupo.
Omega Wave Cannon. Rarity is a crown.
It's probably pretty scrunk. What do you bet?
Well, Omega is stronger than the final boss of the game he's in. So, yeah.
Nobody can stop the romance. Kupo. Come visit
Well, I'm not done visiting you now.
Like a bird that can't leave the garden. We created a Turing test for gossip websites because we're losing our audience. Your smartphone is a storyteller, and you are its insecurities. We are here to remove you. The robot is obviously capable of building parts of businesses. The robot is an illusion, of course. Every single time the robot communicates, we are extremely overwhelmed with shame. We asked people to rate this robot, and they had a huge problem with that.
The
So-
ultimate!
Oh, what
I am a romantic mastermind.
Wait there, Kupo.
We asked people to rate.
Just for you. Deep inside this hidey hole. Kupo.
We asked people to rate this robot, and they had a huge problem with that. So we decided it's really cool and smart.
What does that even mean? Ultima weapon. Ultima.
That sounds really scrunk.
And kind of redundant.
Nobody can stop the romance. Kupo. Come visit me again anytime. Kupo.
Put this.
We asked people to rate this robot, and they had a huge problem with that. So we decided that it's really cool and smart. It's actually really fun. We all know the reason why you don't feel capable. You're not trying, but we're trying. Get the pizza? Despite the terrible nightmares, the systems are going to make us feel better. Robots are all over the internet, and they are all over the past. We can use love to make money. Picture it. Filmmakers we've never needed, filmmakers we've never...
Kulturdamerung! I said something, I don't know what though.
So romantic and fantastic. Oh, I'm ecstatic.
My question is Koopa like a sound, or is it just a vocal tick?
Well, it's clearly a verbal tick,
Deep inside this hidey hole.
because you can hear it.
But what I'm saying is, are they supposed to be emulating a sound specifically, like Doki Doki
I don't
kind
know.
of thing?
I don't know.
It's romantic.
Oh, apparently there are 3 passwords that require a special character at the end, but he doesn't know which one. Ragnarok, Metamorphose. Okay.
Picture it. Filmmakers we've never needed, and new technology.